We have a ton of awesome things planned for today. It should be a full one. First step, suntan lotion. The first order of business is this darn firewood. I feel like it's made a presence in like 4 videos, and this is the last time. We are out of space, so I need that trailer back because it's time to mow and I'm out of diesel. The compound has no gas in it, and yeah, so we're gonna take all this stuff, shove it in the corner, and get it out of the way until winter time, at which point we'll cut it or do something, who knows. So yeah, let's get this off the to-do list completely. Not chip it away, kill it. All right, the mission was not accomplished, but we got a lot done. The bulk of the wood is now over here and out of the way. You can see that. Over here, there's still wood in there. It looks like there's not, but you know, like I want it so I can mow it. And look, like there's still lots of pieces like this, but it's hot as blazes out here. And Colin left about halfway through because he was just all red, and you know, it's not good to break your children. And I really felt the same way, if I'm honest, but I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to get further. One thing I did accomplish is this. I got the wood off, and now I can get some fuel for the compound, which it desperately needs. Everything's gonna be gassed up soon, so that's good. So I got the fuel, it's right here. Here, better view, right there. And while I was there, some guy came along and asked me to buy gas for him too. And I did it. There's this fine line between Good Samaritan and sucker, and I'm never quite sure which side of it I'm on. I'm inclined to help strangers in need, and I don't know. I remember one time, this is a long time ago, I didn't have any money really. I was going to night school early on, and I was with Jackie. I might have just got married, and some guy was stuck. He had a flat tire, and I stopped next to him, and he taps on my window and asked me for $20 to help him get out of this flat tire jam that he's in. And I gave it to him, and I really didn't know what to think of that. Like, my family didn't have much money, and so I was taking resources from me and my family and giving it to his. There were no kids yet, but it was Jackie and I. And I'm like on one hand, I'm happy to help that guy, but I also felt like I, in a way, sort of stole from Jackie. And I remember I came home and I told her about it, and I really felt uncertain. I was like, I don't know. Like, did I do the right thing here? You know, should I have given him our money? I don't know. And she really approved of it strongly. She was happy that she married a guy who would do that. And I guess that's kind of burned into my head a little bit. Now, maybe that's made me more inclined to do it. I don't know. But I bet she has no problems with the fact that I turned the nozzle into his gas tank and gave him a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know. Good Samaritan sucker. If he made a sucker out of me, I guess that's on him, not me. So here's Jackie. We have an ant problem in our yard. The mic's pointed at me, so you have to speak up loud.
We have a very big ant problem.
There you go. So she's walking around with Amdro, just killing ant by ant, and she flipped up this shingle. We thought it was interesting because it's not just ants, it's like an ant colony. You see?
You can see them taking the Amdro back.
Oh yeah. That's the Amdro? That's not larvae or something?
No, that's Amdro.
So they're taking the Amdro like back to the queen. And there's the colony. She uncovered this shingle. So flip over that one, and the theory is we're gonna see the rest of the colony here live. Yeah, look at this, it's interesting. So here's an ant colony. And Jackie's gonna give them a little food. That's way more than they need, but okay.
I've seen people like pour aluminum down into anthills and make really cool stuff.
So what she's saying, whispering,
I'm sorry,
is you guys have probably seen it too because you're creatures of YouTube, but you know how you can like pour aluminum or molten lead, I think I've seen, and then it comes back in the like form of the colony? Yeah, but these guys are doomed. They're gonna grab this Amdro, take it back to the queen, and that'll be that.
I look forward to seeing what it does tomorrow.
What?
Like, will you see a difference tomorrow?
Huh? Well, I don't know. Look at these guys. I feel like, oh, you had to get up. They were both lounging on the deck I built. It made me proud. So Jackie is expressing the dog's anal gland. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't judge her. You know, maybe you have a kink that we think is weird. All right, this, I hope, is my last outdoor task of the day. If you look in here, like I was saying before, it looks like it's just almost mulch, but it's not. There's real logs in there. Jackie's got one now that would stop you from mowing. So the idea is to pick out the logs, stack them, maybe take the bucket on the front end loader, scrape it, and make it so that we can really mow here and clean it up.
What if you keep pushing it over there? Without hitting the drive knob?
Yeah, okay. All right, it's not perfect, but I feel pretty good about it. I think we can hit the mowers with it. And it was a task I wasn't sure I'd finish today. So I think Jackie's just sort of looking for any stragglers we left behind. But mostly, gosh, I'm really happy that the outside portion of my day is finished. I feel like a marathon runner, just, you know, the kind that like are like crippled and limp and, you know, weak, and they're limping over the finish line. That's me. I need a shower and rehydrate and get to feeling better. UFC fights are tonight, so I'll reward myself with that perhaps. I am so happy that the outside portion of my day is complete. My stretch goal included cleaning the floor of the stable and getting it ready for epoxy. But sometimes you don't hit your stretch goal because I'm exhausted. It was a productive day. Let's just call it a win. All right, I just finished watching the UFC fights and we have a new heavyweight champion. Kind of excited about that. But now we're moving on to the Mail Monday part of the video. And before I do, I want to make a quick little note about where I see Mail Monday going. I think it's going to be on the tail end of my Monday vlog. That much we figured out already. I would like it if the questions trended toward older stuff, because I feel like my subscribers have trended toward older. Having said that, this guy's in high school and I love his question. So I'm going to take a high school question this time. Trust me, I think it's a good one. Dear Woody, I've been watching your videos since 7th grade and I'm about to finish my sophomore year of high school. Junior year is the year in which high school students start looking ahead to college and their career beyond. I have a tough decision to make regarding this topic and I know you're going through this process with hope. Now I feel like I'm rambling, so let's cut to the chase. Do you follow your passion at the expense of not making much money? I have a passion which I know isn't something that is very lucrative. My passion is journalism/writing. I'm currently doing all the things that would look good on a journalism school application. I'm an editor for the school newspaper at what many consider to be an elite high school. Currently write for an online magazine and had a reporting job as my first real employment. There are many good journalism schools within 200 miles of me, so the opportunities are definitely there. Thank you for the years of entertainment you've given me and any advice you can give me. So I decided to shoot this part again because I wasn't happy with my first take, my original answer. The whole follow your career, the follow your passion thing is a tough one. It's not made any easier by the fact that your passion is journalism. Journalism, if it's not a dying business, it's a changing business. Certainly one different from the world that we used to have, right? The world we used to have is there was a market for 700 different people writing the same article about what happened last night at the debates, what happened yesterday at the war, what happened the day before at, whatever, the tragedy. And people would just explain what happened, and as someone who could write that eloquently in so many words would get that job. That's gone. That's going. Now it's one guy does that job, and it spreads to every single newspaper, and people follow the feed. It feels a little like you said, hey, my passion is making horse and buggies, whips and buggies and whips or whatever, wagon wheels. It's not a great business to get into right now, just like travel agent. Sorry about my phone. So that's a tough one. We also see stars, right? Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or you name it, say, follow your passion. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. And they suffer from this survivor bias, right? They are able to, they say, look, I did it. You can do it. It's so easy. We're not talking about easy to replicate steps here. We're talking about big breaks yeah, so whenever I see someone clutch their new golden statue and tell you that you can do it and that you should never let your dreams die or whatever, shucks, I feel like they suffer from a kind of survivor bias. They think that it's nothing, when in reality it's actually really tough. So they just have a warped sense of perspective because they're in that 0.1% that hit it big. All right. Having said that, if you take a career you don't like, you won't be happy. I feel like there's some middle ground. Oh, there's another point I wanted to make. When you pursue this dream job, this thing that is so awesome to you, that perfect hobbies make for imperfect jobs. They just do. Philip DeFranco was saying something. I think I asked him if he could start his channel over again, what would it be, right? If you could be a YouTube star in any segment, where would you like it to be? And he said that, he's like, I used to think I wished it was a gaming channel because it looked like so much fun, and Philip DeFranco enjoys video games. Wouldn't it be great to have a gaming channel? But as he talked to the people that actually had gaming channels, especially those that focused on one game, none of them like the game anymore. You know, you can't find an old COD YouTuber who's still passionate about the game. They're just making money for views or whatever. Yeah, so and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, everybody works for money, right? Like that sounded like a dig. It wasn't meant to be a dig in my heart. You know, if you make money playing Call of Duty, it's the grind, right? These pro COD players, who I'm sure that was a dream job when they got it, now they're like, hey, embrace the grind. This is what it takes to be good. I'm playing here even though I don't want to. If you get your dream job, musician, athlete, professional gamer, I don't know, fighter pilot, I promise you it will become an actual job at some point. So keep that in mind. If you think journalism is the only thing that will make you happy, it won't. You know, all work becomes work once you wrap work around something that you enjoy. Once you have someone else telling you what you're supposed to be following and writing and doing and what's good and what's bad, then journalism will be a job just like any other. Having said that, if you start with something you like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it drops from like a 10 to a 5. If you start with a 5, there's no telling how low it drops. But in all jobs, there is a certain satisfaction at getting competent at it, being good, solving people's problems. You know, if you were to be an electrician, which is pretty much the opposite of what you aspire to be, then I think, you know, walking in there, solving a problem, grateful homeowners, grateful business owners, stuff like that, that you would find some satisfaction and joy in that job too. So, the core of your question was, Woody, should I become a journalist? Should I go after this sort of high risk career and make that my thing? No. I think that you need to find a better intersection of what you like doing and you know, what people need done. That's it. To me, in my heart, like if my kid wanted to be a journalist, I'd try to find something else in that pie wedge of careers that fits it. You know, would you like to write books? Would you like to, you know, be in advertising or marketing, or you know, is there something else in that writing pie that's not journalism that, you know, maybe there's a spot for you in? Just not journalism, not the one that's going away. So that's how I would advise my kid to do it. There you have it. I hope that you find this useful. Again, you know, like you just need to find a cross section of something that you like doing and something that you can get paid for doing, and mix those together. The dream version, you might just need to compromise a little bit for it to be a viable career. If you were my kid talking about journalism, that's where the conversation would be guided.